afternoon, everybody, and thanks for joining us on KXAN Live. I'm Will Dupree, coming to you from the KXAN Live studio. And if you take a look live outside right now in downtown Austin, it's a bit of an overcast, gray day out there, and that is how a lot of us are feeling right now because KXAN, our station here, has announced that Chief Meteorologist David Yeomans is leaving us. And a lot of you are very interested to hear from him and expressing some of your thanks and well wishes to him. And I know that a lot of you have been messaging him directly about this particularly too, but we wanted to bring him in today for additional conversation about this. So please welcome in Chief Meteorologist David Yeomans. David,
Will,
thank you.
How are you? Thank you so much for the kind words. Personally, I wish we had some more exciting weather to send me off with today and tomorrow, but we'll take the 80s yet again, right?
You know what? I think it's a good way to send you off. You know, a nice quiet stretch of weather there, a good sunny day, maybe in your future. So that's a good sign.
We'll take that. But thank you for having me, and thank you to everybody watching for joining briefly.
Yeah. So everybody, thank you so much. If you have any messages for David, please leave them in the comments because we're going to try to get to those too in just a little bit. But we want to start with some breaking news. We learned just a few minutes ago that a really big designation came for you from the city of Austin. So tell us about that.
This is pretty shocking, Will. I got emotional in the meeting. Our boss ran in and said, "Hold the phone. We have an announcement from the mayor of the city of Austin." So you guys may recall when Jim Spencer had his last day on air 3 years ago, he got a Jim Spencer day. Well, in a similar fashion, the mayor of Austin, Kirk Watson, has proclaimed February 28th, 2024, tomorrow, as David Yeomans Day. And the verbiage of this is hilarious. I need to thank the mayor. He says, I've served the community for 12 years, four-time Emmy Award winner, blah, blah, blah. He makes a joke about my pocket squares and white accent collars. He also says he has shown courage and dedication to truthfulness with his winter announcements that school will not be closed on certain days, thereby shattering the dreams of countless children across Central Texas. The mayor of Austin is arguably a chicken, this is him writing, and refuses to make a determination as to whether David Yeomans or Jim Spencer is at the top of the leaderboard for all-time correct weather predictions. I thereby proclaim tomorrow as David Yeomans Day. This is wonderful.
That last line especially, that really made me laugh.
Pretty funny.
But that is such a cool thing. I mean, just share your reaction to that, because I'm sure that was a surprise when our boss brought that to you.
Sure.
But how did you feel?
I started crying in the meeting, Will.
Wow.
This has been kind of a roller coaster. It's not an easy decision. I've never worked anywhere else professionally. I've been here since I was in graduate school when KXAN took a chance on a guy right out of college with not a lot of skill at doing this. But I've grown so much here. I've learned so much from all my colleagues and our managers, and I've really enjoyed just being with our community for 12 years. I mean, meeting viewers in public, serving them during dangerous weather, bearing through the awful summers with them, which are only getting worse, it seems like. And I'm gonna miss it all. This has been my home since 2001, since before I started high school. This has always been home base, and so moving is going to be a huge change. It's a really exciting new chapter that we're beginning, but it's really, really sad, and it's a huge decision to close this chapter, at least for now. So I want to thank everybody so much for all their kind comments. I think I have like 2,100 Facebook comments, Will. I'm reading every single one of them because starting in 2 days, I'm just going to be sitting on the couch for a little while. So thank you guys all for reaching out. It means the world to me, and it's been wonderful, even though I can't always see you, for you to see me on the news.
Yeah, and we all appreciate the job that you've done. I mean, it's been an honor just to work with you and to sometimes get to anchor with you at times. That's always the highlight of my day, and sometimes the week, to be able to do that just on my own personal behalf. But a lot of people at home have that connection with you, and you mentioned that you've gotten so much feedback since this news came out about your departure. What's that like to see that many people responding to you? I mean, you get to see that quite a bit on social media, but with this particularly, I'm sure that's like a flood of really well wishes coming your way.
Yeah, well, the internet isn't always a nice place, Will. So I'm extra flattered that everybody, is pouring out so many kind thoughts and reactions to this. I hear folks when they say this is a huge change and they're sad. Listen, I'm sad to leave you guys too, and to leave what's been home for more than 20 years. But I also hope that folks can understand sometimes you need a new challenge, sometimes you want to see what you're capable of, and sometimes you need a change of scenery after a long time in one place. So that's what this is going to be for me. But Austin will, it's always going to be home for me. This is the place I've lived for the longest in my life, and look at that beautiful city. At least I can come back and visit, right? They still have airplanes.
Very true, very true. As you look back over 12 years of just working at KXAN, are there any sorts of memories that pop up in your mind that are really pressing for you as you're kind of going back over that time?
There's so many big severe weather events that, have been momentous for people's lives here and for our weather team, from the 2013 Onion Creek Halloween floods to the 2015 Blanco River floods in Wimberley. The weather kills people in Central Texas almost every single year. So this is a really important place to work. It's not, nothing against San Diego. It's not being a weatherman in San Diego where it's sunny almost every day. This is a real privilege to serve Central Texas as a meteorologist and as the chief meteorologist in recent years, because that's a real duty for people to turn to you during dangerous weather. And it's not one that I've ever taken lightly, and it's one that I really, really so appreciate everybody entrusting me with. And know, of course, that the KXAN weather team will prevail. There is no skip. They're not going to skip a beat. They're not going to slip. I know that the weather team here is going to carry forward even stronger than before without me. They'll probably be even better than they are with me.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I don't know about that, but in your shoes, we are getting to have somebody that a lot of us are familiar with, and that is former chief forecaster Jim Spencer.
That's
He's
right.
going to come back and fill in temporarily for you.
That's right. He's excited. I know folks are going to be excited to see him. The plan is for at least a few weeks for him to be on your airwaves every evening, so we'll see where things go from there. But he's tearing himself off the beach in Mexico for this, which we certainly appreciate.
Yeah, we hate to do that to him, but we always welcome him back too.
He's happy to be back, I'm sure.
Yeah, and one question that I've gotten even since sharing the information in your post about your departure from KXAN is, everybody's wanting to know where you headed next. What can you share about that?
Sure. So there are all these rules about this, Will, that I've never known, but I'm learning as I go. I'm not allowed to announce for a little bit longer, hopefully just another week or two, until all the ducks are in a row with all the legal stuff. But I will tell you that it's out of town. It's somewhere with different weather that will be a new challenge. And just a new experience overall. So it's a huge opportunity. I'm so thankful for that, and I'm really excited for that to get started and to be able to tell people, of course, where I'm going. So watch for that on my social media here in the next couple weeks.
And you can see his social media handle there just below him there. But David, tomorrow will be the last day that you'll be on air with us here at KXAN.
That's
so
right.
You still got quite a few shows under your belt to do tonight and tomorrow, and I know a lot of people out there are looking forward to it. I would also encourage you to go and look at our Facebook live stream right now, because there are so many messages of people saying how much they'll miss you and they're wishing you well. Someone here, Kylie Morris, said, always enjoy watching KXAN News at night because of you.
That is so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm going to go through every single one of those. So everybody watching now or who has left a comment on my stuff in the past couple days, I really appreciate you so much. Thank you. You guys make this job special and worth doing.
And if anybody is just joining our live stream, we announced a few minutes ago that tomorrow is officially David Yeomans Day here in Austin. There you go. That's the proclamation. David, does that give you any kind of discounts at restaurants or something?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe I can get into Barton Springs for free or something.
Hey, there we go. I'd say pull that card out whenever you can.
That's right.
All right. Well, David, I'm going to send you on your way because you all can see him coming up in just a bit on KXAN News at 4.
Yes.
David, it's been a pleasure to work with you, and we appreciate you just coming on here to answer some questions and talk to our viewers at home.
Pleasure is all mine, Will. I'm sure we'll work together at some point again in the future. We'll certainly keep in touch, and thank you all for watching today as well.
All right, everybody, that is Chief Meteorologist David Yeomans. I'm Will Dupree in the KXAN Live Studio. We will see you back here at another time. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.